Now, if you're just joining us, we were talking about Young Miami in the Rumor Report. Lauren LaRosa, who is our special guest host today, formerly at TMZ, was discussing Young Miami. And what happened with Young Miami? Why was she trending yesterday?
So she was trending yesterday because she took her son to Rolling Loud, and when they were there, Lil Uzi had a booby trap, which is a strip club in Miami, a set that was based around that, and he was throwing ones. So people are calling her bad mom, saying that he shouldn't have been there and that he definitely shouldn't have been throwing ones.
So was he throwing ones on strippers?
Not in the video that I saw. No ones on strippers. And then JT even came in the comments and clarified that nobody was around him, no one touched him, he was just throwing the money. It was there. It was the set. It was the vibe.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair to call her a bad parent for that. Like, she's been raising that young man for 10 years, and now all of a sudden, because y'all see him at a rap concert throwing money, she's a bad parent. Like, how many kids have we seen doing this in music videos throughout our whole lives? How many kid artists have we seen doing this throughout the years? Remember Bow Wow walking through the whatever video that was, counting money? Like, I don't think it's fair to say she's a bad parent because he was doing that.
I agree. And also, she was performing. Like, her son probably wanted to see her perform and support his mom, and she said that this was a bonding moment.
What, watching her perform?
If I was her son watching Young Miami, I love the City Girls, but they do make age-appropriate music. I'd be clutching my pearls. Mom, what do you mean your poom-poom talks?
You don't think her son has heard and seen videos before?
Of course he has.
And he's probably, like, he looks at it like, oh, my God, look at all these people screaming for my mom. Like, I don't know if he...
Yeah, he probably not paying attention to the lyrics.
Yeah,
like
and I'm
that.
sure he probably clowns her a bit about certain stuff, sons and their mom relationship, but I don't think he's saying, Mom, what do you mean the poom-poom talks? I don't think that's the mother-son conversation that's happening. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with it. It's like your daughter, Charlamagne. Let's say you would. Well, it's not Rolling Loud, but if your daughter wanted to see you in action doing something, you would want to bring it because she wanted to be, proud of her dad. She wanted to see what her dad did, and seeing what his mom does, I don't have a problem with that.
But even with that, you pick and choose what events you would bring her to. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, my daughter's 15 at this point. Anything that we could possibly be discussing, she's hearing. Whether it's at school, whether it's on, the program she may watch on television, whether it's on YouTube. Like, you can't hide nothing from these kids nowadays. They couldn't hide nothing from us when we was that age.
Right.
How did your daughter feel about the butt cake?
I don't know if she's ever seen the butt cake.
Would you let her see that?
No. But if she asked me
ask me how my son feels about it.
How's your son feel about it?
He loves it. He want to be in the group chat.
My son feels like me and Charlamagne are sus. That we're really dating each other.
But he know where the fun at. He want to be in the group chat.
But now he wants to be in the group chat.
You know what I'm saying?
He wants to be in the group chat. He does.
But stuff like that's easy to explain. That's a joke. Whether it's
correct,
whether it's age appropriate or not. I mean, that's up for debate. But it's still a joke. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not upset at this young man being backstage throwing ones. I've seen worse, y'all.
Right.
And that's not an excuse. It's just like I just don't like y'all getting online trying to call somebody a bad parent because of one instance that y'all witnessed on social media. What do you? And we don't even know if these people are parents that are having these conversations
at all. And the audacity to at somebody. That's what gets me. It's the audacity of the people online, like the bold face audacity.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
This is Dranisha. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. What did you think about Young Miami bringing her 10-year-old to Rolling Loud?
I didn't see anything wrong with it. I have a young son myself, and he wants to be a music producer when he gets older. So I take him to concerts and festivals and stuff like that all the time. But I also try to make sure his environment is controlled. We not around the weed smoke and stuff like that. But I don't see anything wrong with it. He's being exposed to different things. And then I think people who has a problem with it, they're just jealous sometimes,
Well, that's the other thing, too. I mean, people just be wanting something to say, especially when somebody is in a certain position. You know what I mean? Like, misery truly does love company.
I would love to be Young Miami's son.
So she said, Lauren said she'd love to be Young Miami's son.
Made.
Because, they see her living her life. She out there, with Diddy. She doing her thing. Like, people really do want to knock you when they see you up.
That's right. Hello, who's this?
This is Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Now, what's your thoughts, Mama? Young Miami bringing her 10-year-old to Rolling Loud and him throwing singles. What you think?
I think that's a little inappropriate. There's levels to certain things, and what you going to do when he's 21 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You already setting the tone. I don't think it's kind of cool.
What exactly is considered inappropriate?
Wasn't he throwing ones at chicks, or he was just throwing ones to throw ones? Like,
just in the air.
I'm not even clear.
Yeah, he was just throwing ones in the air from what I was told. I don't know.
In the video, there are no strippers in the video. There are in a setting which is set up like booby trap, but there are no strippers in front of him. He's just throwing it in the air.
Nah, I get it. You know, everybody does different things as parents and everything. But if you don't want the backlash of it, don't post it.
That's true. I agree with that.
Right. All right. Well, let's take some more calls. Oh, you cut her off right there. We'll take some more calls.
I agree with that. What that young lady said to me is the biggest thing, man. And Young Miami all but said that when she said,
that's why I don't post my kids.
That's why I don't post my kids because you do open up yourself for all that public criticism and scrutiny.
Right.
What Drake said, he wasn't hiding his kid from the world.
He was hiding his world. What he was?
He was hiding the world.
Hiding the world from his kids. 800-585-1051. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Young Miami. She was trending yesterday. That's because she brought her son, he's 10 years old, to Rolling Loud. And he was throwing singles. Uzi did like a little, like a booby trap stripper type of thing in his routine. And he was throwing singles. He wasn't throwing singles at the stripper. He was throwing them up in the air. And people were saying that she's a bad mom. Let's discuss. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our special guest co-host, Lauren LaRosa, formerly of TMZ, joining us this morning.
Yo.
Now, we were reporting a story during the rumors about Young Miami. What happened with Young Miami? Why was she trending, Lauren?
So Young Miami was trending because Young Miami took her son, her 10-year-old son, Jai, to Rolling Loud. And they were on Lil Uzi's like Rolling Loud set, which was set up like Booby Trap, the strip club in Miami. And there's a video of him throwing ones. Now, there are no strippers in the video. There are no girls or anybody in front of him while he's throwing it. From what it looks like, he's just throwing it up in the air. But people are saying she is a horrible parent because of this, and she just needs to admit that, and her son shouldn't have been there.
I think some of y'all parents should go on TikTok or go on social media and see what some of your kids are doing on social media behind your back. I bet you're going to see some money phones to the ears.
Oh, yes.
I bet you're going to see them holding up some wads of money if they got it. You know what I'm saying? If they got about $20, $30 at once, you might see them throwing it up in the air as well. You know what I mean? So I don't see what the big deal is. I don't think this is something that warrants somebody being called a bad parent.
Nah.
Damn.
You might
But
consider
I will
not
say
what
this.
you would do as a parent, but a bad parent is a bit much.
And a lot of y'all parents are bad. A lot of your parents were smoking when y'all was in the car when y'all were kids. A lot of y'all parents just threw y'all in the back seat and didn't put your seatbelt on the proper and correct way. Am I lying?
No.
You a snitch.
What?
Because I know how to do a seatbelt. That car seat will get me every time. Man. That car seat will make me contemplate. Well, we only going a couple blocks. Let me think about this. I've never done it, but you thought about it. But then that's when you be like,
absolutely.
Have y'all ever forgot your kid somewhere?
No,
that's
never.
Why
No,
I'm
never.
I literally, that's my worst fear for when I become a parent. It's like, how do you remember that you now have a kid?
No, I've never done that.
No. But the seatbelt sometimes, and my 20-month-old, she's a magician. She could get out that seatbelt. I don't know. She get her arms out. That seatbelt, that car seat is difficult.
No, that car seat ain't no joke. That car seat is difficult to put in and it's difficult to get out. Okay, that is definitely. I call my wife to come handle that every single time. Every single time. The only thing I forget when it comes to my kids nowadays is names. Because when you have multiple kids, I got four daughters.
Me too.
But you're only 45.
I know, but like I got 4 daughters, and the last 3 are all 3 years apart. And sometimes you have one in your arm and be saying the other one's name. You know what I mean?
Really?
I do it all the time.
My grandmother does that, but like she's older, so it's just like she called everybody else's name. I thought that it was like an age thing.
Nah, that starts early when you got multiple kids.
And especially when you mad, when you angry, you just be saying anything.
So y'all basically saying y'all are bad parents too. Is that the consensus?
If the bar for bad parenting is that nowadays, I guess so.
Tag me in, coach. We all here with it.
Yep. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Yeah, this is Jason from Miami.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's good?
Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
I don't think she's a bad mother, but Rolling Loud obviously has an age limit for a reason. But you know how the world is. Even if he was 21, they still would have found something to say about him.
Right.
Another thing I want to say too is we got to stop this narrative about being in their business. when you put it online, it ain't your business no more.
That's true.
You know, I mean, it's unfair, but I mean, that's just how the world is.
That's true. I just try to give people the same grace I would want. You know what I mean? It's difficult. It's easy when somebody is getting talked about, but when you start talking about my kids or other family members, that's when it's like, all right, bro. But he's right. Once you put it online, it's fair game. Yeah,
that's right. Hello, who's this?
This is Courtney from Cincinnati.
Hey, Courtney. Good morning. What's your thought?
He should have never been in. Age and all those type of like he should have never been.
Your phone's breaking up.
Security. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I was saying he should have never been in there. There's an age minimum on those type of events for a reason. Like regardless of who your mom is or how much security, he should have never been in there.
Do you have kids, Courtney?
Yeah.
So your kids don't do concerts, festivals? How old are they?
They are old enough to get in.
Yeah, she's not wrong. Because the truth is, if something was to happen backstage,
absolutely,
that could happen to any age kid, though.
Oh, no doubt. But somebody would be held liable because a kid is back
there
that's out of age.
But for example, though, like if they go to like a Disney concert or something like that, that's age appropriate. Plus, the parents will be there.
Yeah, but things happen everywhere. These stampedes,
that is true,
or not. So
that is true.
But I don't think they do
the
age.
Content of it is not appropriate.
Yeah, I don't think they do the age for safety. I think they do the age for content, like this woman said. That's what I think they do the age for.
Yeah, I was thinking because of the liability if something happens, but who knows? I just know that if something was to happen, people would say, well, they had underage kids back there. They had kids back here that weren't old enough to be here,
I think it's content.
That's
and liquor.
why I say there's an age minimum for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they do it because of liquor too. Like if they have a bar in a certain place, they can't have kids.
Like,
even
there's not going to be alcohol at the Disney concerts unless the parents sticking it in a little flask.
They don't have bars at Disney concerts?
That ain't true.
I was about to say, I'm going to never become a parent.
And they serve alcohol at Disney World.
Please.
They do.
They serve alcohol at Disney World. We would not be able to make it through Disney World.
But they have license for that too, though.
Please shot o'clock me at every kid event.
Well, thank you for calling, Mama. But I would say this too. Even at the BET Awards this year, a lot of people were mad because they couldn't bring their kids on the red carpet. And BET wouldn't allow kids on the red carpet because they had a bar on the red carpet. So, like, if you look, the baby said he couldn't bring his daughter on the red carpet because of that. Michael Blackson couldn't bring his sons on the red carpet because of that. So that people take that serious when it comes to those kids and those age limits.
I get it.
That's ABC regulation stuff, though, right? Like the distance in the zoning between kids and bars in certain places because how would it be allowed in like Disney concerts?
I don't know.
Yeah, or at Disneyland. No, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's the moral of the story, guys?
The moral of the story is, man, stop calling people bad parents just because you see one moment on social media. That would piss me off.
I took the moral differently. Mine was birth control.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta stop.
I don't even want to go through none of this stuff. I want to enjoy my booby trap, my drinks, all of this stuff that you can't do as a parent. You got to be so righteous.
No, you can still go out. You just can't bring your child with you.
Yeah, Envy, you post your 20-month-old in the back of that seat and think it's cute, the magician video, and you're going to go viral.
I think that's the other moral of the story, too, man. Be like me. Keep your kids off social media. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't want people to be able to publicly scrutinize, anything you do that's involving your kids, just keep your kids out of the public's view.
Yeah, I post my kids, and I don't have that problem. I mean, I'm not going to post certain things that I know people are going to attack.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But parents do realize things do happen. They do realize that their kid's a magician. They do realize that their kids are going to say some wild, off-the-wall stuff at times. Like, it's being a parent.
I think everybody's doing their best, man. Young Miami was just doing her best. Because if she wasn't spending time with her kids, she'd get criticized.
Right. They say she would running behind Diddy too much, and
that's what I'm
not
saying.
A parent. And you can't win.
It was bring your child to work day.
There you go.
She bought it a Rolling Loud.
There you go.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.